Hi, welcome back. I am Paul Chartier. You saw in the previous segment a well-known nonprofit, Salvation Army. We have another great one, the Rescue Mission of Lexington, and Jim Connell, the Executive Director, and Wayne Logan, the Board President. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The Lexington Rescue Mission is not well known, but this is your opportunity in the next 15 minutes to tell people all about the mission. Jim, go ahead.
Okay. The mission is a Christian mission. I started the mission 13 years ago when I moved from Indiana to Lexington, because God placed it on my heart to start a ministry that worked with the homeless, particularly the men at the time. Found out that there was only 2 organizations providing services to the homeless, and I felt that there needed to be a Christian presence for the ministry to homeless men. Felt God calling me to that, so I took the jump in April of 2001 and started the mission, knowing that God would have to be behind it, because if he wasn't, it would be a short trip.
Thank goodness it's a contiguous state. You could have gone back to Indiana, but
that's right.
Who wants to go back to Indiana? This is basketball country. So to roll the dice and to start something from nothing. You had no momentum, no track record. You just came here and I want to help the homeless men.
That's right. It was a little interesting how that all started, but God's providence worked itself out where within 2 months of coming in to Lexington, I had a board of directors, and by 5 months I had a building that I didn't have the money to pay for that, so the Lord had orchestrated all of that, and by Thanksgiving we were up and running. So I'm an accountant, and I still don't quite understand how the debits and the credits added up, but God has been so good, and he's grown us to a point now where we have about 7,500 local donors, and we have about 20 staff, about half part-time, half full-time, and we do a lot of a variety of services to help meet the physical, emotional, and spiritual needs of hurting people in the greater Lexington area. So we do feeding. We're probably best known for serving food. In fact, it's pretty good food, and our numbers on food service has increased has about doubled over the past year. So I attribute that partly to good food, but also a pretty good need that's growing out there. So we're providing food. We have a health clinic one night a week. We're providing help for people that are looking for work. So we started a Jobs for Life class that's a 16-session class that helps people learn how to find work, how to prepare themselves for work, and how to maintain work. So that's been a very important part of what we're doing. And we see a lot of people that are suffering in poverty. For one reason or another, they need some assistance. It may be for a grocery voucher or a clothing voucher. They may need to just talk with somebody. They may need just come in for prayer. So there's a variety of reasons people will come in that are suffering from poverty. And our goal is to just help people to develop their God-given potential.
It's a remarkable story. And Wayne, how long have you been with the board and the organization?
I've been there for 8 years, and it was truly a God thing, that the reason that led me there. I was listening to the radio one day driving from Paris, where I live, and heard the story of the rescue mission on the radio. And I just felt led that I needed to stop by and just drop off a gift. And the first person I met when I opened the door was Jim Connell, and it was a busy time of season in November. And after that meeting, I felt led that there was more than just a gift there. So I met with Jim, and from that point I've been a volunteer for 8 years.
What were some of your things that you volunteered doing?
When I first went in, I went into not really understanding where I might fit, what I might bring to the mission, but I had the opportunity to attend a Bible class study with the men that were at the time living in the program. And once a week we would go in and have the opportunity just to sit and talk and have a Bible study, and from there it led to other events to be able to raise funds for the mission, some of the programs that we wanted to start there.
Living in Paris, helping out in Lexington, what are the challenges that you have or the mission has to raise awareness and really make a bigger dent in Fayette County?
Yeah, you know, one of the things that was eye-opening for me is just the true need that we have in Fayette County and surrounding counties as well. And I think one of the things that I was able to bring is that, you know, there's a lot of needs in the smaller cities, counties around Fayette. But I think the biggest challenge is really to get the word out and people to understand all the need that there is in our community. And then also to be able to understand the programs that's available for those who may need help. And that's one of the things that the mission's done a really good job of, is to be able to understand what programs are in the community and the needs that may not be met, and to fill those spots and spaces that we can pick up and help in areas and work together as a team.
We can reach people who have the funds and have the time to volunteer. This may not be the vehicle to reach the people that have the need, but the people watching might know the people that have the need and have them come to the rescue mission. Jim, where are you located?
We're located on Glenarvan Avenue, 444 Glenarvan Avenue, off of Georgetown Street on the near north side of Lexington. We also have a transitional house for men that's near 7th and Limestone that houses up to 14 men that are trying to get back on their feet.
And how many men have you served in the last 12 months, and maybe since you started this in 2001?
We serve about 50 to 60 men a year, and we've been around for about 13 years. And actually, we've had the Potter's House on Limestone since 2003. So we probably served 500 to 600 men there over the past.
And Wayne, if the rescue mission was not in existence, what would Lexington look like?
That's a great question. You know, I think just reflecting back on the services, the men and other people that we support, the families, there would be a tremendous need that's not filled today. I think one of the things is to be able to meet the daily needs that we do there, and really get to know the individuals and to be able to really come close to them and help them in whatever areas. But without the rescue mission, I believe there would be a greater need than there is today.
And you've got these men that if they weren't funneled into a program of success, on the flip side, what would they be doing? Maybe the crime rate would have gone up, truancy, I mean, some pretty maybe bad things going on the other side. So for you and what you've started, you've changed lives, but you've also changed the complexion of Lexington.
Well, thank you. It's really a privilege to be a part of this work, and we do ask for as many people that have the same heart for this to join in the work. We are in our busy fall season where next week we're going to be offering a Thanksgiving dinner for the community, and we invite anybody and everybody to come in and have a nice traditional meal. It'll be at Broadway Christian Church on next Wednesday night, 5 to 7, and we look forward to serving 500 to 600 people at that time.
And let's give your website and your phone number so people that want to volunteer, want to donate, want to do something, how do they find you?
They can go to lexingtonrescue.org, lexingtonrescue.org, and it's 859-381-9600.
For people that want to volunteer, would they call up and you give them the opportunities of what they could do, or how does that work?
Generally, we ask people to indicate an interest in coming and learning more about volunteer opportunities. So we'll have multiple tours of the mission facility each month to give people a chance to come in, hear the story, find out what the volunteer opportunities are so that they can decide where they want to plug in.
Wayne, in the last few minutes, anybody that sat on this couch has felt like they've benefited more than the people that they've served. What have your years with the rescue mission done to you?
The ability to hear the testimonies of the men and women that have been helped through the program. We have a fall banquet every year, and have the opportunity to hear those stories of the lives that's been changed. And when you're sitting there and have the opportunity to know all the work and efforts, and it's very difficult work for the staff. There's not always successful stories, and when lives are being broken. And but those lives that are changed, and to hear their testimonies, it's a feeling that you can't describe.
Not to preach, but to talk into the camera and to encourage people to make that phone call as you did. What would you tell them?
You know, I would say that you follow your heart. People have they get the urge in the heart that they need to step out, and there's so many opportunities in the community to give. The Lexington Rescue Mission, there's a lot of organizations that are helping those people in need, and just follow what your heart tells you. And when you get out there, you know, it's easy to say when it's easier to give than receive, but truly when you see the lives that are being changed every day, it certainly makes that meaning come home.
Thank you for that testimony. And Jim, in the last minute, from your perspective, for people to volunteer and to become financial partners of yours, what would you say to them?
It's very easy to become a financial partner of ours. This is a time of year where a small gift can purchase a number of Thanksgiving meals. A meal costs us about $1.90, so a $20 gift is going to buy several different meals. And you start somewhere, and then as you get to learn more about what we do, we do a lot more than feeding. We try to help people get back on their feet, and as they begin to hear the stories from our newsletters, they'll be interested in maybe participating at different levels within our ministry, financially as well as volunteering.
We'll give the website one more time, and as we saw from the previous Salvation Army folks, and you two as well, not all angels are women. Thank you, gentlemen. I am Paul Chartier. Pick up the phone, go on the website, make a difference, make an impact on Lexington and some great people that need help. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Thank you.